What's up guys, back in today with another reaction to the Berserk manga, this time with volume 32, the chapters The Flight and The Torn Battlefield. So from that I imagine we're still going to be carrying on this massive invasion that we covered in the last reaction. So I'll probably be another quick reaction, but I think it was the last time, I remember the time before, the chapters seemed crazily small. Yeah, I think it was this chapter, wasn't it? It just went by so quickly because of the amount of double pages we got. I think I literally read it in about 10 minutes, maybe less. And because of it being mostly action, it does just go by quicker without me having to read anything. But yeah, lots of pretty cool moments in the last couple of chapters. Again, you guys know I'm not the biggest fan of all this war stuff, but seeing Griffith's men always is a bit of a pleasure, isn't it? Raxas having a bit of fun here. And I think quite a few more just arrived, so looking forward to seeing where it does go today. Do let me know what you guys think about this reaction down in the comment section though. Make sure to leave a like on the video if you guys do enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. Let's get into The Flight. Reporting, sire. We have lost control of our cavalry and some of our war elephants, and it is causing disorder on the front lines. It couldn't be. Oh, it is. Sir Griffith. But yeah, we had the elephants going a bit mad, stomping their own frontline soldiers, didn't we? I love how Ganishka's now got the Luffy scar on his chest. I haven't even got to that point in One Piece, but I know Luffy's got a big scar on his chest coming up, I think. Yeah, the Duke got that on his face. From I think that was from the water serpent fight with Guts and Zod, wasn't it? Didn't come off too bad considering just a scarred face. His teeth there as well, by the way. They're not human teeth at all. Is that him? The elephants, the giant bloody carriage. Just like old times. A little bit. A little bit. Stepping into a war with Griffith. Been a while since we've done this though. Yep. Just like old times. And the shot is really reminiscent, isn't it? But in those old shots, we would have saw like Casca, Jadao, and Co behind him, Caucus, Pepin. But now we just got a bunch of nobodies. Well, they're not really nobodies. They're almost like the same type of people, like young, kind of vulnerable men. Being, it's hard to explain it. Taken in is not the right term, but kind of taken in by Griffith, moulded. And that's the thing, he is actually taken in kind of weak young men still, isn't he? He's not just demons. He's taken in everything, it looks like. Not sure if they eventually get turned into demons or something, but who knows. Griffith. His mask changed a little bit. I think it has a little bit. His armor's changed a little bit as well. Got a bit more flashy. Yeah, I think it has. I think it's got a bit of a different expression in the eyes. Maybe a bit more sinister. It's got a bit of an upturned brow. A bit more angry looking, perhaps. And off they charge. So who came out of the boat? Getting a really nice shot here, isn't it? A sneak attack? Impossible! There's a sheer precipice over there. There shouldn't be any places to hide soldiers. Oh, is this them coming out of... This many came out of that boat? Really? Is that what happened here? It didn't look like a giant boat, did it? Oh, there was a few actually. Not the nicest landing. Not the nicest landing ever for these guys. Don't really matter though, as long as they land. It is done. Every days. It is burned and no style. So stop them! Stop the enemy! There's just a few. There isn't actually that many of them either. Just a fair few. Maybe like a couple hundred. Yeah, it is a bit more of a kind of sinister, angry look, isn't it? Head on now. It's I think it's that kind of line further down. I think before it was just almost like a crescent shape. It's been a long time. I guess I could yeah, it's gonna suck ass a little bit. So apologies about this, but gonna go back a lot of chapters and see if we can kind of tell the difference. Like I said, I feel like there's more of a line downwards, and again a little bit more of a kind of upturned eyebrow looking thing going on. I'm gonna guess chapter 82. Doesn't look like this is one with Griffith. Officer Griffiths. Oh, this is the hidden chapters. Wow, the eclipse was this long ago. Jesus. I was expecting the eclipse to be in like chapters 120 or 140 or something. So we're gonna have to go a bit further back. Man, look at guts here. Look at guts at this. Oh, censoring. Man, look at guts in this shot. My God, what a way we've come. Bloody hell. Is every... Oh my God. Really goes to show the difference. I mentioned this in, I think, last week's reactions, just like the nudity changes and such. A lot's changed, hasn't it? Just content wise. A lot less of that shocking. So this was Griffith there. Where can I find it? And look how much of a baby Guts looks like here. He looks like, in comparison, he looks like a Cedro, doesn't he? In comparison to how he looks now. Wow, holy crap! I didn't think it changed that much. Where's Griffith, man? I'm just wanting to see Griffith right here. I guess this goes to show a little bit as well. Just it wasn't exactly rarely in the story, but just he wasn't actually in the story all that much. Griffith. His presence just felt a bit heavier, perhaps, because it's Griffith. Now, where can I find him in his bloody armor, bro? Sorry about this, guys. I did say this would suck a little bit. Well, there he is. But he's not got his helmet on. Okay, there we go. We can have a decent enough look here. So yeah, before it was a bit more of a smooth. It did still have a bit of a. It wasn't quite as subtle and as big, I guess. That kind of bit down there, but it definitely didn't have that eyebrow thing. It also has a little bit of a kind of flash on the side that women usually do with their makeup. So it was just a bit smoother and a bit less hard, I guess. Where were we? 281, I think. Yeah. So yeah, it's not got that kind of outline on it. It has still got that little kind of thing, but again, it's just small now. It's smaller, so probably more like squinting. And again, it's a bit more. Yeah. It's just a bit more emotional in an angry kind of sense this time, I guess. It definitely looks, yeah, it definitely looks a bit more kind of scary and menacing coming at you, doesn't it? That look right there. It does look like a demon a little bit. And here are the demons. I'm not sure why. I kind of initially looked at these guys like these were like eyes. They look like quite cute little creatures. Yeah, here are the demons. This one always stands out a lot. This goat head one. This guy always stands out a lot. Look at this dude. This guy's just shield. Horse kind of looks like a dinosaur. Yeah, that's rather interesting. There's Locust, I think his name is. Could be getting mixed up. Apologies if I am. This guy's just stealing the kind of. This guy's just a worse block guy, isn't he? I've always liked this guy's design. It's like a what are those? What are those kind of like spiky sea creatures called that kind of live on a rock? I can't remember. Coral, perhaps? I don't know. This guy looks a bit more like coral, to be fair. I don't. This guy looks like something along those lines, though. Because his horse looks like a dragon, teeth like that. God, look at all these shots as well. Didn't even realise this initially, that they're all just taken out like at least 5 people, should I say, by themselves in one swoop. Cactus man here. Again, I like all their designs a lot. Little claw. They all look badass as hell, don't they? What are those lancers? Men fall like tree leaves before them. They aren't stopping. What's that? Young master. They fall like tree leaves before them. I'd say it's more like they're kind of like rakes. They're like raking up. Yeah, I wouldn't say they fall like tree leaves. They're getting raked up like tree leaves. Literally just like, just getting swept away. If you had a top kind of bird's eye view of this, it'd be pretty cool. You just see sweeps, people just getting swept away. Just little holes opening up. Oh, apologies, guys. Oh, check them. Here he is. Oh, he's got a new weapon, has he? There are mere several hundred horsemen, no more than one of our own divisions. Surround them. Get into formation. How could this be? Our army is so large it reacts slowly to anticipated events. True, that is a big weakness. It takes so long for the command to come down to all branches. We never thought they'd send a small force like that at our flank. So yeah, looks like we've got some pretty cool new weapons here for Zod. Not sure like what the need for this is, apart from just look a bit edgy. I've got one giant motherfucking axe. Oh. Look at that fucking demonic horse. And again, I really like this new little set of armour Zod's got on his shoulder right here, little demon face. At some point I want to see someone try and hit him and then that mouth just kind of take it. That mouth blocker, that would be a really cool shot of it like eating the blade. Yeah, these guys getting brutalised right here. I've got another one. A few more of these awesome little the beastie creatures. Let's go. I like these ones a lot as well. Although they look pretty horrible in that second. We'll get to that in a minute. Look at this guy here, looks like a clown. Oh my god, looks a little bit like a really a really kind of what would you call it? I mean, Jason Voorhees is a very special kid himself. What would you call this? Even more goofy Jason Voorhees looking thing right here. That is one goofy goofy demon. This one's actually, again, looks like a clown, but it's like it's quite menacing. It's really simple because it's quite far away, but it still looks really menacing, to be honest. I've always found not all clowns scary, but I remember watching as a kid. I watched the It television series, and what's his name, the legendary actor for Pennywise in that. I forget his name from the top of my head, but Tim Curry. He was absolutely fantastic. That scared me a lot. Obviously, Art the Clown. I remember watching the original All Hallows Eve, which was anthology, and it had, I think, the first ever depiction of Art the Clown on the big screen anyway. And that was quite terrifying, as kind of raw and as rough as it was. That just the presence of that clown was quite terrifying. Killer Clowns from Outer Space is a classic. Not all too scary. Not all too scary, but a fun movie. Plot of it's an interesting plot. I think they just end up taking a load of people back to their kind of gum ship thing. It's been a while since I watched that one. But there's a few really funny moments in there. Again, they're not all too creepy looking. It is very much a cheese fest, but I think this has got like a massive cult following. Is there a game coming out? Surely not. Wow, that's impressive. But yeah, I don't think it was very big at the time. But it's got a massive cult following over time, hence I heard about it and watched it. Captain Spaulding, that's another really fun clown from the Rob Zombie kind of movies, which I've watched pretty much all of, and he's not the best director ever, but he's got a pretty cool style sometimes. And I like Sid Haig as Captain Spaulding, rest in peace. Really fun clown there. But there's not all too many great clown movies, to be honest, is there? Just have a look. I've mentioned the big ones. Obviously Joker, but yeah, I guess it's a bit of a hard presence to get right, isn't it? As I said, I think my favourite ever depiction of one is probably Pennywise from the original miniseries, but the one in the recent It movies wasn't too bad either. It was just a bit too much reliant on special effects, in my opinion. Still quite good, especially in the first one. The second part of the movie / miniseries is never great, to be honest with you. It's always reasonably boring, in my opinion. Yeah, let's have a little look at some more of these guys. I like this one. Don't know what to call this, like crazed eye thing. But yeah, I really like these little beasties. This one's a bit of a classic. He's always popping up, isn't he? This one as well is always popping up. What the hell is this thing? This one looks a bit like a clown, but ooh, yeah, what the fuck? That one's really goofy as well, isn't it? I love this shot here. Like I said, they don't look quite so cute here. They're horrible little mouths. All those teeth. One hasn't got a face. General, enemy attack from the rear as well. They are not stopping. They're monsters. Oh. The elephants get taken out. By Grundbeld and his giants. Again, I love all the kind of sub factions as well of Griffith's army. It's just so cool, isn't it? Every faction of Griffith's army is awesome. The beasties, the normal human. Well, the normal humans really aren't cool at all. It's got one interesting character, whose name I forget because it's something really strange. But yeah, it's got well, Sonya, I guess you could say as well. It's got a couple cool humans in there, but the demons really are like the standout, aren't they? The standout factions are the demon factions. They're all really awesome. Yeah, we've got Grunbel's giant men here. Yeah, such a strange weapon, this. And that is the end of the chapter. As predicted, you can tell again by the scroller. The scroller is quite short. We did have a few of these double shots again, but like I said, in general, with these fight scenes, that with there not being any dialogue for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 7 like pages there. They're inevitably going to go quite fast, so might see me talking about clowns a bit more. Nice little end artwork here, though, isn't it? Griffith. Has his sword changed a little bit as well? Not sure. Perhaps so. Been a lot of slight little changes, hasn't there? And I feel like there's only maybe been a few slight little changes, apart from like the grey hair and what we've had recently with Guts, where he has actually changed quite a bit in this arc. Before this arc, the changes from what we saw in like chapter 20, which we went back and looked at, to maybe like chapter 200, they probably were quite subtle, but they were so subtle that it changed the look quite a lot. Probably like why it looks so different. Obviously, like I said, in the recent chapters, he has changed quite a bit more, even more. So just get further and further away from that original look. Yeah, his army just looks like a bunch of pay-to-win dudes that bought everything from the store on the first day of the game's release. I don't hate pay-to-win games. I'm quite good at pay-to-win games in the fact that I never pay to win, and well, you do as good as you can. I've never paid for anything on a free game. That's obviously the intention of a free game, is that a free game is not ever actually a free game. A free game is a game that is there so people can use microtransactions, pay for skins and weapons and stuff. But they're not too bad nowadays. I like the fact that obviously everyone, like humans, are quite smart, and I feel like the internet's quite a big reason for this. The fact that games and such can't really exploit you anymore because Twitter and such would have such an outburst. That's a good thing. That like Twitter and such, like that's a good thing, is they've brought us together in that way so people don't get scammed and ripped off and such. But also, again, it's got plenty of negatives, of course. But that's a positive of Twitter I've got for today. Helps gamers and such not get scammed. Yeah, I'm quite good at grinding up on like free-to-play games and such, but I find with like Duel Links, if you like, I played that right from the off, but obviously I quit. I don't really play Yu-Gi-Oh too much anymore. I just I'm not the biggest fan of the state it's in, and just kind of naturally aging and such. But if I was to go back and try and play Duel Links, the phone game, you'd have to spend a lot of money to kind of catch back up. That's a shame about Yu-Gi-Oh! If you stop playing for like a year or so, you actually you don't have a year's worth of information. So yeah. Yeah, see, a lot of people agree with me about Griffith's army, understandably so. Again, all their designs are amazing. Yeah, a lot of people are well, not complaining exactly, but saying these chapters feel shorter. Interesting. But yeah, let's get on to the final one for today, which is going to be called The Torn Battlefield. Yeah, these guys just getting spiked through again. With the crazy eye. I said this, I think I brought this up a while ago about this guy looking like a kiwi. I think it's a kiwi. I don't know, I've never seen this creature in real life. I don't even think I've ever seen a video of this creature. Oh yeah, I've even got it already on the Google. I don't think I've ever even seen like a video of this creature, honestly. And I think I mentioned that I mostly reminded me of this from Digimon. I always thought that was quite a cool design, actually. Yeah, interesting little creature, isn't it? Might have to look that up a little bit more when I'm done recording. Oh wow, that's a cool design here. Wow, I like that one a lot. Yeah, part of the Giants. That's a really cool design, that, isn't it? This guy looks pretty damn cool as well. More arrows from Robin Hood. What is that army? They're cutting right through the Kushan battle line of over 200,000? It can't be more than several hundred horsemen. This can't be. Stand your ground. Imperial Guards, left half turn. Meet the attack. Hey, look. Check out the Kushan main line. One of our side's units is cutting into them. Who are knights? Whose knights are those? That flag. Flag of the White Hawk. And his merry men. And his merry, merry men. But yeah, a bunch of young men, soldiers, backed up by here. It's quite funny, isn't it? I mean, again, I know he's leading them and such, and leading them to charge, but the demons are obviously doing most of the work. Can't imagine these guys will be doing too much. There's no mistaking it. It's him. Young master! Go inside that, kill him. Kill him for us. What is this guy doing? Oh, I guess he's trying to run away. Why are you facing the other way? Yeah, look at that. Heading at him like an arrow. Heading at the giant Ganishka. That giant, what do I call it? Trailer. Not too much in the way, is there? Just a line of, just like 6 lines of Kushan warriors, some elephants, and then you're there. Really not too much in the way, is there? No, the Imperial Guards can't stop them. At this rate, they'll reach the Emperor. My holds. Quickly, move the palace. Who is this? Mahouts. What does that mean? I think I've seen that word before. A person who walks with, rides, and tends to an elephant. I had no idea what that meant. I think I might have heard that word before. This is odd. Got the elephants shuddering. What are you doing? The elephants are frightened. They cannot move. These elephants look terrified, don't they? It's almost hard to tell because they've got so many bloody eyes on them. But their eyes are here. And they do look terrified. Again, it's such cool design for the Kushan kind of pieces, aren't they? Getting circled now. Oh boy. Look, His Majesty's mobile palace. It's been... Oh. Majesty, you must escape. Off with your head. There are those lovely choppers. Face to face. This is a really cool shot here. From the perspective of the Emperor. Again, I love the Emperor's design here. Look at the intricacy of like the chainmail, for example. How intricate that is. Fantastic. Again, that really, I don't know why, but that really stands out. Big ass bushy eyebrows. Is that like possible? I've never. That's a bit of a lie. I have shaved when I was a kid. I did shave like a bit of my eyebrow off like here, but I've never shaved my eyebrows or cut them or anything. Are they naturally at some point just going to grow that long? I hope not. Hope not. Yeah, really nice shot here. Oh, sorry about my eyes, by the way. Sorry about my eyes. This is the hawk. Got those pouty ass lips. You don't see many white people with lips like those. Oh, feminine Griffith. The master of we. Oh, yeah. Well, that was like we incarnates. The master of we reincarnates. The absolute. Look at this shot here. That probably means something, but I'm not too clued up on Hinduism or whatever religion this is depicting here. Apologies. The untouchable. Or maybe it's just part of the background. It could mean nothing. Who knows? I'm trembling. I, the ruler of the greatest empire of this world. You're trembling, hey? The most feminine looking man you've ever seen. That's instinct. Well, yeah. Perfect reply to what I just said. The instinct of one through those whose veins flows the blood of the demon realm. God. What a comforting, refreshing voice. His mere presence here makes everything sufficient. Yet at the same time, hunger and thirst. This sensation. Makes everything sufficient. Sorry, that and his men are coming through. Young master! Into the hole of the eye. They do really like their eyes, don't they? What is the deal with that? Is it like some kind of protection, do you think? It almost kind of seems like it because it's all over the Emperor's armour. It's got eyes all over him. Maddening. You seem to suffer. That is one hell of a face right there, isn't it? So triangular. No. If his hand touches me, I'll sacrifice all. Oh. Oh. Yeah. To the wind form we go. Grrr. Yeah, Zod should have a little bit of knowledge now, though. It should be a lot easier. This guy also looks a little bit like someone from Five Nights at Freddy's. I am the Kushan Emperor, supreme ruler and devastator of the world. I am he who takes, never he who is taken from. I'm gonna snatch your shit, you ain't touching mine. That's what this guy's saying. I am the indestructible demon king. Even if you be the hawk, to expose yourself unaided before me is the height of folly. Burn now, and regret this. He's not unaided though, he's literally got people behind him. One of those being Zod, who took you down earlier. But yeah, as suspected, like I said, this is another reasonably short chapter here. Again, I'm really liking these artworks at the end of each chapter here. Must take a lot of effort. It's a different style, isn't it? It's always a bit like it's painted. Looks nice. Yeah, nice little interaction here between Ganishka and Griffith. Looking forward to continuing off from here. But yeah, let's read some comments quickly before we finish off for today. Yeah, I kind of agree with this guy. I wonder what Silat is doing here. He is one of the only characters that I wouldn't say I have empathy for him like this person does, but I find him pretty cool. I like him to survive. He's the only person here I care about surviving, I guess. But hopefully he doesn't do anything stupid or join Griffith or anything like that. Because then, yeah. I wonder what his plan is though. Like he's always a bit of a mystery, Silat. This is like what I said earlier about when we went back and we could struggle to find Griffith in just like clicking through some random chapters. Now, don't get me wrong, I know Griffith was involved in a lot of chapters, but like I said, his presence feels like he was much more a bigger part. I think especially towards the eclipse as well, perhaps. Even though he literally kind of had no presence in a way, his presence was still massive at that time. And like I said, his presence kind of overbears on the story. It's like he doesn't have to be in a chapter to kind of be involved or be thought about, or to be like an overarching figure in that chapter, for example. And, you know, you've got a great character. Yeah, a lot of people saying this. Are the chapters shorter? They do feel shorter, and I think they are. I think they are actually legitimately shorter, maybe by a few pages. But I also think we are getting more of these double pages, which makes it feel shorter as well. I think it's a bit of a mixture of both, isn't it? And also this, yeah, there isn't as much dialogue in these chapters, so we are finishing quicker as well. It's a bit of a combination of all three. Oh crap. Well, that's a good thing. If I ever do accidentally click to the next page, I don't get spoiled by like an image at the front. Okay. Yeah, it was a bit weird, that scene with Ganishka and Griffith, wasn't it, at the start? My dude was literally drooling over him. Look at this. Literally like steaming at him. I think he's a bit scared, he doesn't know what to do here, but he's obviously saying it's maddening, but it was also like, I'm saying ecstasy, but he was in such comfort and refreshment at the soothingness of Griffith's voice. Yeah, it's get a bit weird there, didn't it? But yeah, as I said, thank you guys for watching. We'll have a little look at what the next chapters are called quickly. But a good couple of chapters today. Like I said, probably another quick video. Just because, as I mentioned, the 3 reasons as to why the lot of action, genuinely shorter, and a lot of double pages, I think they all kind of add up to make it feel quite a bit shorter. But yeah, next time we've got the Wind Coil. So you've got to imagine, see Ganishka in his smoke form, as we see him transforming into at the end of this chapter, and the Midland Regular Army, which may be covering those humans that I talked about that were following Griffith. Maybe we're just going to see them all kind of like perish or something. As I mentioned during that part, they don't seem like they'd be very handy in comparison to the demon soldiers, so I wonder if they were just kind of brought there so some of them could die or something perhaps. But yeah, maybe we're actually kind of covering them a little bit, or maybe yeah, who knows. But yeah, do let me know what you guys thought about these chapters down in the comment section. Leave a like on the video if you guys did like, and subscribe to the channel if you do want to keep up to date with these reactions. I'll be back next week. I'm not sure when I'm uploading this. My schedule's got a little bit, because this is the week after Christmas right now, so my yeah, my schedule's, I haven't really got a schedule for this week. I'm just recording when I do. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day, guys.